What's up? What's up? I have a pad in this hand, and I have in this hand North Shore. It reads Dry Supreme Pad. Now, no, I don't have a form of incontinence, no leakage. But once I done spent my money on something, I can always remix and find another way to use it. So it's that time of the month for me. So therefore, I am going to use this pad versus this thin pad that a lot of times my mints goes right through. The wings never stay where they're supposed to. I have tried always pads over and over again. It is still problems with those. So I'm curious to know how well I would do with this North Shore Supreme. Now this is a Supreme pad. It's an extra large. I don't recall ordering an extra large. I mean, this is the size that I am. I weigh about 125, 127, give or take. I'm about 5'5". So we shall see how this works out. Because my main concern is when, like at nighttime and how I sleep, I just want things to remain where they're supposed to with no slipperage going in another direction. So a lot of times, yes, I do have a protectant pad underneath that I sleep on my stomach. Then there's my sheet. Then I have a protectant sheet under that. It's just a lot sometimes. But I want to see how well this does versus this little thin bit right here. But we shall see how it goes. But today I had an orthodontic appointment and I felt like I'm still not ready. I got some Burger King too. Something I hardly ever eat. But I didn't feel that I was ready to have my braces debraced. But I remember the last appointment that the orthodontist said, she said kind of low in spirit. When she comes back, we want to debrace her. And I kept thinking no, because I know this tooth here is putting pressure on this tooth. I know that this tooth here is still rubbing against this tooth. And I know the two teeth in the front is kind of crossing each other. And I still feel slightly full. And then the bottom teeth still aren't to my liking. Not nitpicking, but you know what you know. You have to go in prepared and be ready to advocate for yourself. And there's a way to talk to your doctor with decency and in order with getting the point across, because people have egos. Nobody's trying to deflate anyone's ego or upset anyone, because I don't know what she just went through prior to visiting with me as her patient. The last time she seemed like she had a lot on her mind. So I was hoping to get that same person that I met prior. Oh, this onion sauce is a little zesty, but it's good though. But let me tell y'all, before I made it even in the back room for my appointment, I had to use the bathroom, right? To no surprise. So I go to the bathroom and naturally, the way it is for me, I always check to make sure there's toilet paper. Nothing like being a female, you know you need some toilet paper. Or being a guy, but you might have a bowel movement, you know you need some toilet paper. Because I don't think you guys always use toilet paper. But correct me if I'm wrong. So, I noticed there is plenty of toilet paper. So I'm like, okay, I'm good. I go ahead, get situated. Go ahead and start using the bathroom. So once I'm situated, I got my stance together. And then, you know, women, we gotta be real careful how we get our stance, because nobody wants any type of urine, if it can be avoided, running down their leg. So I was trying to be very careful for that not to happen. But then I noticed that the floor was just full of trickles of possible urine. So I'm at my orthodontic appointment. my feet like this and hold my feet like this. Because you see all these sprinkles? It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
That's not a good look because I don't want to be stuffing in that urine and tracking that with me. So I'm being very careful as to how I'm placing my feet strategically. So after I get my clothes back to how they're supposed to be, flush the toilet, start to wash my hands. And then I'm noticing there's no towel paper for me to dry my hands. So then the next best thing for me to do, I feel, is to grab for some toilet paper. Did that. Now, where I'm having to grab over to, my hands are now just sloshing the water. So now I'm thinking, well, maybe that's just water down there. Maybe it's not urine. But either way, you always want to take precaution anytime you see any type of spills, spats going on. Just want to take precaution. So the appointment itself, it worked out. The doctor, she really had an ear to hear. I'm telling you, when y'all go into these appointments, you have to really be your best advocate. Be informed if you feel like something isn't right with the alignment. There are productive ways to talk to your doctor to get your point across. But don't get me wrong, not all doctors are equal. Doctors have egos. And people don't want to be hurt in the way that you talk to them. Because after all, we need our doctors. They need us as patients as well. It's a give and take. And it's a respect level. So I'll say give people their grace. They may have been having a bad day the last time you've seen them, but it could be a better day the next time, and hope so. And it was. But the main factor is I'm about done eating this Junior Whopper. Not bad, but I want to open this up too. And see where we are going with this. Extra large. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, whoa. Okay. Yes. I am really looking forward to. Oh my gosh. I didn't expect for the pad to look like this. Because the pad that I had previously tried, this right here is the real deal Holyfield by North Shore. Oh my goodness. I should not have any problems with this, meaning it should provide plenty of coverage and then some. So I'm gonna put this on when I get ready to go to bed, and then I might put the camera on while I'm in bed and just let you know how it feels, like that initial thought of me having it on. Okay, so I'm gonna take that adhesive off, stick it on in the underwear, and see what it do and give a review on the Supreme Pad. Extra Comfort, self-adhesive, leak guard, soft and comfortable. So I look forward to finding out. This ought to be good. I'm excited. So I'm gonna finish up this Burger King, and in a minute, I'm gonna get ready for bed and see how this goes. So, well, let's get this protectant pad on. This is so not the size I thought it was going to be, but hey, it does be extra large, and I am going to use it anyhow and see how it goes, and I'm going to let you all know. So I'm going to start off by taking the adhesive barrier off. Wow, that was a pretty long adhesive barrier. My goodness. Okay. Now, I guess I'm assuming that the adhesive, which way here?
is going to go inside of my undergarment. Oh, hygiene products. My gosh. Hygiene products period, are so expensive. So I figured what I still had left of this brand, I was just going to go ahead, use it on up until I decide to move on to the next brand, because you all have definitely given me so many brand options to work with. So I just have to pace myself accordingly for what I want to purchase next. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself situated and apply to my undergarment. Okay, I am now situated, and my gosh, I guess this undergarment, oh Lord, I just sat down. Oof, I can tell it's definitely something I have applied. So far, it's like the thickness of this pad is really thick. This is a different feeling. Initial sit down, I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know if I would last in a protectant like this. Well, yeah, I would last if I had to. Let me put it like that. It feels, ooh, yeah, I can definitely feel that I have something right there in that issue. And yeah. So I don't know. This probably would have to be like a nighttime thing. And then considering what I have on, this is flannel. So it's holding a lot of heat. So therefore, I am feeling like I have no breathability going on. So I need to change up out of this. I will not be able to sleep in this loungewear tonight. I'll have to find something else to go to sleep in, and I'm gonna hold fast keeping this pad on. I'm using it for my mint cycle and see how I do. So I look forward to giving my morning review, but who knows, maybe I might tape a little bit while I'm in bed at that moment to say how I'm also feeling. So this ought to be interesting. So it's actually early in the morning. I think a little after 1 a.m. And I have not been able to sleep because the thought of wearing this pad is just, it's wearing on me. It's not comfortable. I just didn't realize, for one, the size that I was ordering. How that's get by me is beyond me, but and then I'm sitting up here thinking like, oh, I hope I don't have any type of reaction, because it doesn't take much for my pH balance to be thrown off. So I look forward to picking up this recording later on in the day. So it's a new day. I made it through, y'all. I made it through. It was like, I don't know. I felt like I was almost having like a living nightmare. When I say living, like I was awoke and like visualizing about this pad. This may sound a little strange, but the way my mind be thinking sometimes, hey, ain't no holding back at this point. It's just best that you be you, I'll be me. We just be who we are. Walking your purpose. Okay, check this out though. Like, you ever seen somebody, say you're at church, say you're at the grocery store, say you're at the barbershop, the salon, wherever, you're in line at the DMV, just somewhere out in public. Somebody blows their nose. Somebody sneezes. They fold up the tissue. Then like 5 minutes later, they take it back out. And you're like, not only are you taking that out, and that's disgusting and germy, but you and I both know that tissue, that handkerchief, whatever you're using is looking worn out. Like you need to replace that. That's how I started to feel. This pad was looking like worn out. The feel of it felt worn out. I had this feeling as if I started my morning with it for a workout, after my shower, then going to work, coming back for a workout, another shower. Like I felt as if, dang, have I had this on for hours on top of hours and just using it and using it after each. It just, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just trying to spend the night with it on. So I will continue to just use the traditional style pad that's made for that time of the month. Although I did do a little review. I don't even know if I should be calling these reviews at this point. But although I did try, it was like, it came in a pink packaging, and it was thick. It was a thick pad, but it wasn't all long, and the material, it was much different than what the material is inside of this pad. And I must admit, the pad itself, the one that I wore last night, the material of it is soft. Whatever they do use, North Shore, it is a really good material in terms of how it feels on your skin. But it just felt like it was being, like it was just an overuse drive. And that was not the case. I like the pull-up, but the pad itself, no. That's a no-go for me to use it in the way I was trying to use it. Now, it may work if someone is trying to use it in a different fashion, but it just wasn't for me, for why and how I was trying to use it. Now, if someone has a bowel incontinence, maybe they might benefit from it, using it in that terms, because if that was the case, I felt like, whoa, this would probably hold. This would probably hold in terms of that. And my gosh, it would probably hold in terms of being leak proof. But I just wonder, like, how would, like, the way it was situated in my undergarment, it was this wide, and it was just a lot going on. But I made it through. But in that, like, I really don't even know what else to say other than see you next time.